Greetings and welcome to my YouTube StarTech Healing channel. This is my first video that I'm presenting, and today's video will be an introduction to active stretching. We'll see how it goes. It's my first time. I'm going to try to edit this. We'll see what happens with that. And I'll tell you what active stretching is all about. First of all, it's different. It probably is not the same kind of stretching you were taught or that you possibly are still doing. It's a very effective way of stretching because it uses the brain to do the stretch. In the past, most of what we knew or most of what we did was what I refer to as static stretching. This is active stretching, meaning we're moving, we're active, we're using the body as it was intended to work, to move. I have the slogan, you have to keep moving to keep moving. And that's true. And this is what this stretching is all about. You can't make the body move better by not moving. So this is a stretching technique that uses movement to accomplish what the brain already knows, what your body already knows, what your muscles already know. They're familiar with it. They have done it all your life. When you do this kind of stretching, the muscles go, oh yeah, I understand that. That's what I do all the time. So this is nothing new to me. So you're not forcing the muscles to do something that's against their will or that is unfamiliar to them. Active stretching is very fast. It is not like the old static stretching where you went into a stretch and you held for 5, 10, 15, 20 seconds. And what you were using was force and time to try to accomplish a stretch. You weren't. Basically, what you're doing is signaling those muscles to fight against you and actually contract. So what we're doing is totally natural. It's the same action that happens when you walk, you do any action with your arms or neck or legs or any other part of your body. So as a result, we are doing a stretching that is very quick. It's easy to do. Anybody can do it. It doesn't require you to be an athlete. It doesn't require you to spend a lot of time learning how to do it, because you will know how to do it once you're given the instructions, because it's something you've been doing all your life. It's not something new. It's fast, as I said. You're not spending 10, 20, 30 seconds holding a stretch. Instead, you're moving into a pump of a stretch. The stretch is repeated and repeated and repeated, but only held for a very short period of time. A stretching routine, for example, that normally would take you a half an hour, you're going to do this in a few minutes very easily and get better results, I guarantee you. And the other part of that is that you very often, not always, but very often, you will get immediate results. You will be able to see how your body is responding. You will be able to see how the muscle is actually stretching and elongating and letting your range of motion go further and further and further with each repetition of your stretch. The values of active isolated stretching is that it's easy. Anybody can do it. Active isolated stretching is extremely powerful. It's extremely beneficial. And as I said, professional athletes are using it, but you don't have to be an athlete to use it. Someone who is bedridden, someone who's in a wheelchair, someone who can't get up and about very easily can do many of the stretches, not all, but many of the stretches sitting in a chair. And for that reason, it's something that I feel everybody should be doing. And nursing homes should be having their people do it. I feel that some of the stretches are stretches that teachers should be doing. They should be having their classes do some stretches, some active stretches, because for example, if they're about to take a quiz, about to take an exam, the best thing that they could do is some active stretching, which will stimulate their body, open up their blood vessels, get more blood to their brain, and they're going to think better, and they're going to think more clearly. So it's a really good thing. So everybody can do it, and everybody should do it. As I said, it's fast. You're not spending a lot of time wasted waiting for the stretch to happen. The stretch happens instantly. As soon as you start doing it, within your second or third repetition, your body will recognize this is what we do all the time, and this is what we want to do. This is what we need to do. And that's the other part of this, is that it is fun to do. It's not boring. One of the main reasons that people don't stretch is they tell me it's boring. I don't want to do it because I hate doing it. It's boring. Active stretching is not boring, I guarantee. One of the really great things about active stretching is that in some cases, not all, but in some cases, you will see immediate results. You will be able to see your muscles lengthening. You will be able to see them allowing you to have a greater range of motion, a fuller range of motion, and you can actually physically measure the changes. This is particularly true with the hamstring stretch because it's the broadest stretch. It's the stretch that uses the greatest range of motion and the greatest sweep of movement as you do the stretch. This stretching, in my opinion, is superior because it's using the brain to accomplish the stretch. It's using the brain that does this every time you move. And again, I will explain that more in the next video. What happens when you do active stretching is you reboot your muscles. Same as when your computer gets fouled up and the program isn't working properly. One of the ways that you can fix it is to shut down that program, start it up again, and what you have done is rebooted it. You've started from scratch. You've gotten rid of all the bugs. So the same thing happens when your muscles get tight, when they get sore, when they get overworked, and when they're tired. So by doing active stretching, what you are doing is rebooting your muscles back to neutral. And by neutral regarding muscles is that the ideal way a muscle should exist when it is not working is that it should be completely relaxed and not working at all, which means that if it's not working, it's resting and it's growing and developing. And this is particularly true if you're doing workouts to build muscle. The fastest way that you can build muscle is to do a workout and then do active stretching, because muscle growth happens in the resting stage, not the workout stage. And if your muscles don't get rebooted, many times what happens is they remain tight, which means they're working, and they are not developing. They are not getting stronger. They are not getting bigger. They are not bulking up. But if you reboot that muscle with active stretching, it will grow faster and better. So these are all some really good things that happen with active stretching. And as you can see, I'm very passionate about it. In my class, Active Stretching for Everybody, I have given many of the stretches interesting names, colorful names. And I do that in conjunction very often with the actual muscles that we target. And that's one of the other things that's unique about this stretching. You target muscles. You're not stretching the entire body at once. You're targeting an individual muscle or a group of muscles like hamstrings or quadriceps. And in those cases, we're even targeting specific parts of those muscles of quadriceps and hamstrings. With other muscles like biceps and triceps, we're stretching the whole muscle, but we're stretching basically one muscle or one group of muscles. So that's basically what active stretching is all about. And as I said, I've given them colorful names so that you can remember them. I also give them the names of the actual muscles. Some of the muscles are just too hard to remember, and you won't remember them, and it's not really that important. What's more important is that if you can remember a colorful name for the stretch, you don't have to really remember what muscle it is, because when you stretch it, you'll know what muscle it is. So there you go. This is active stretching. I will be presenting more videos, videos on how to do stretches, how to actually, the next video will be how to do active stretching. And then I will do some more videos where I will do little groups of specific stretches and walk you through them. I will hopefully have graphics to show you a picture of what the muscle looks like. I will show you on me or on a skeleton if I can bring the skeleton here to my new video studio in my house. And I will show you how to do specific stretches and go through a whole litany of this is what you do, this is what you shouldn't do, this is how you will get a better result. And then I will do an active stretching class. And then my plan is that I will do videos to show you what I call STAR-TECH. STAR-TECH is an acronym for Soft Tissue Active Recovery Technique. So I thank you for watching. I hope that this has been helpful for you. I hope that you will return and take another look. Thank you again for watching. And tell you who I was. I'm Barry Bailey. Come back for the next videos, and hopefully you will bring your friends and we can all learn together. Thank you.